Qatar is the richest nation per capita in the world, and an absolute monarchy ruled by the Al Thani family and its interpretation of Sharia, or Islamic law, since 1825. There is no independent legislature in Qatar, and political parties are illegal. Here's the country's present blessed emirshipness with Chuck Hagel, U.S. Secretary of Defense. Like political parties, adoption as we know it in the West is illegal in Qatar. Seems Muhammad was an orphan, so Islam and Islamic states tend to be a bit touchy about such things. Or you might say, extremely touchy. Meet Matthew and Grace Huang, an incredibly kind and compassionate Chinese-American couple. While still living in the U.S., they adopted 3 African children. Their middle child, Gloria, was born into extreme poverty in Ghana, and as a consequence developed a strange eating disorder which caused her to go for days at a time without eating, and then binge eating from bizarre sources such as the neighbor's trash. It was a constant battle for the Huangs with no easy or clear answer. Qatar will host the World Cup in 2022, so the FIFA contracting company that Matthew Wong worked for moved him and his family there back in 2012. On January 15, 2013, Gloria died unexpectedly and suddenly. The death certificate issued by Qatar's Supreme Council of Health listed the causes of death as cachexia, or wasting syndrome due to loss of appetite, and dehydration. Her parents were subsequently arrested for murder, human trafficking, and suspicion of wanting to harvest and experiment with their children's organs. Let me say that again just so you can appreciate the absurdity of the charges. Murder, human trafficking, and suspicion of wanting to harvest and experiment with their children's organs. Because, of course, in the eyes of backward Islamic law, Asian Americans who have African children must be up to something fishy. You're probably wondering why the autopsy didn't absolve the Huangs of mistreating their daughter, but that would be because the richest per capita country in the world managed to botch the procedure, so no useful evidence came from it. But there was the death certificate, and the judge in their case found their defense compelling enough to issue a not guilty decision. So, end of story, right? Surely they can reunite with their sons, who were sent back to the States to live with their adoptive grandmother after a stint in an orphanage. Yeah, not so much. Immediately after the trial, with the help of an American ambassador, they attempted to leave the country, were detained at an immigration counter, and their passports seized due to a lingering travel ban. Now, to some degree, this is understandable because it can take time for such bans to be lifted, and they went straight from the trial to the airport. However, while the effort to lift the travel ban was getting hot and heavy, another warrant for their arrest was issued, and according to witnesses at the airport, a rather heated international incident nearly ensued. What these new charges are, no one knows as of the time of this recording. There are only 2 words for this, Qatar. Fucking ridiculous. You and your backward Islamic laws have terrorized these poor people long enough. It's been nearly 2 years with this bullshit. Let them go. They should be treated as heroes for adopting children known to suffer from numerous medical conditions. Not treated as criminals because of your backward religious beliefs. I mean, just think about the hell these people have been put through after their sick daughter died. Once again, we see the harmful effects Islam has on the well-intentioned people out there and societal progress. And if allowing people to adopt orphans in extreme poverty isn't societal progress, then I don't know what is. And yet we still have to put up with being called racist when we dare to criticize this anachronistic philosophical nightmare.
But
why are you so hostile about this concept?
It's gross. It's racist.
It's not. But it's so nuts.
It's like saying those stateless, shifty Jew.
You're not listening to what we are saying.
Oh, and FIFA, the fact that Qatar retains its 2022 bid while the Huangs remain in custody is all we need to know about you and your integrity.